Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Destiny. It's been a long time.
What? I've been in a coma. What year is this?
it's been a long time. This was a video that was actually recorded ages ago, before we had to take that 10-month hiatus. Has it really been that long? Jesus Christ. Anyway. So yeah.
Python sounded the horn of Gondor, so I rallied.
So yeah, I believe I started this video with the hopes of kind of explaining the sorts of stats and such. Just a real quick overview. I don't remember half of it. But intelligence is related to your super, dexterity is related to your grenades, and strength is related to your melee ability cooldowns. So there is some sort of min-maxing you can do for your character in that sort of sense, but it really ultimately doesn't matter.
But what relates to the shooting?
Nothing. Your weapon damage, pretty much. Your weapon damage, your level, your light level. Light level only happens when you're above max level, which in this case is 40. So.
But all I care about is the shooting.
But the shooting.
The shooting, Mason, what does it mean?
You know, I kind of knew you were going there.
As soon as you said that last thing, I couldn't resist. I had to.
Fallen we faced in the archive belonged to the House of Winter.
But yeah.
Draxus has been hunted.
For those who are probably undoubtedly watching the uncut version, I don't know about Fox, but I am very sorry that it took so long to get back to this.
Take him out.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Own your mistakes.
It's not a mistake. How are circumstances mistakes?
I'm ready if you are.
I don't know. I don't have an answer off the top of my head for that question.
Good.
I didn't know I was going to be drilled.
So, yeah. I do remember that I was using dual shotguns the last time we took this particular Titan out, and we're going to fix that.
Titan?
Yes, this Titan. The class, the Titan.
Oh.
Yes.
See, Python's been playing a lot of Titanfall too, so I got a little bit confused there and I thought his brain had switched off and thought he was playing Titanfall.
Sadly not. But, I switched out for a weapon that is a drop from the first raid, the Vault of Glass, called the Vision of Confluence. It's it used to be a very powerful scout rifle, but its main defining feature is the fact that it actually has an elemental damage type, whereas most primary weapons don't. Well, I say that, but I haven't experienced a lot of what the game had to offer past the second expansion, I think. No, the Taken King was the last thing I played. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll get to those things in due time.
Yes. I'm eagerly awaiting that explanation.
So we're back on Venus again. This time we're storming a fallen stronghold. Yes, we're still fighting the Fallen. We will be doing so for pretty much the entire way through. Spoiler alert.
Not only that, but we're finding all the women. Am I right?
So yeah. There are not too many dangers to this particular mission up until the last segment, but that's true of just about every mission in Destiny when you get to the darkness zones in each mission.
Ooh, darkness. Sounds ominous.
I mean, kind of. It also kind of sounds like edgelord power fantasy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Is it a corrupting influence on the universe?
You could say that. I think Destiny means it more as a catch-all term for, hey, these are the bad guys, go kill them. More or less, at least.
Sorry, I'm just used to like MMOs where there's some kind of corrupting influence in the world.
No, this is
Not naming names.
this is less corruption and more just general things want to destroy the Traveler for whatever unexplained reason that we just don't know yet.
But when does Ultron get here?
I think you've got some wires crossed, friend.
Maybe.
So yeah, we're still doing the Striker Titan, which means we're mainly looking to go have a good old punch up. And of
If
course,
you aren't punching people, then what are you doing with your life?
well, if you're not punching people, or even if you are, I guess you're dying, like I do. Yeah, so I got a little brave and paid for my hubris. Go figure, right?
Ah, my one weakness, my hubris. Please don't attack me in my hubris. So yellow is shield, right? From memory.
Not yet. That comes a little later. This is
Okay.
this is the caves that I guess either humanity or the Fallen or whoever else may have just excavated through the planet.
Oh no, I meant yellow
The kill must
health
be
bars.
close.
I'm sorry?
Some of the enemies have yellow health bars, some of them have red.
Oh, yeah, that's just some are quote-unquote elites. Sorry, I think I've completely misheard the question.
I think so, yeah.
just a little bit, you know.
It's alright, we'll be encountering that later in the game.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
Yeah, sure.
Slow down there, Tex.
You know, I'm real excited. Really excited. Also, over there's a dead ghost, but I picked it up on this account already, so it's not there. That's the entire purpose of me pointing over there.
How does a ghost die?
Well, I mean...
I mean, it gets exercised, right? So just put on a 1980s Pilates tape and you're done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you have to have the sweatbands and the bright pink, like, jogging pants and such.
So what's that water? Is that sulfur?
I believe so. It's not really explained in game. So you're just kind of left to make inferences.
A catch. It must belong to
Right,
the
I
house
just
of
noticed you looking at
I've
it and
never
I was
seen
like,
one on the surface.
Python
Kel's
might have
gotta
had
be
something to say
inside.
about that at some point.
No. Also, pay no mind to the very, very subtle cut. Nothing happened, I promise.
How'd we get here? What? I blacked out for a second.
So yes, as I was mentioning just mere moments ago, our main objective is actually on that ship that's just kind of parked here.
Don't worry, Python, words are hard.
Words are
I understand.
they're very hard. But yeah, before we get on the ship, we've got a pretty big fight to get through. And really the simplest way to do many of the fights in Destiny is just to pound them in the face with your giant electrical fists.
Okay, now that looked fun.
Yeah, this game is really fun. I mean, it gets a little bit samey, I won't lie. It gets a little bit samey after a while, but really you just gotta find your own fun.
Don't worry, Destiny 2 is coming out. Everyone will get a chance.
Yeah.
And on PC, I hear.
Yeah, look, like, what perfect timing to rekindle this LP than, like, when the second game is literally right around the corner. As of recording, right about a month, actually.
We don't have long to finish this LP then.
We're not finishing this in a month. It took us a year to get this far. Actually, probably like a year and a half.
5 more years. 5 more years.
So
At this rate, we're like a mission a year, I think.
so I don't think we'll be getting through all of the expansions, but we will get through all of the ones that I have personally played through, which means up through Taken King. Rise of Iron came out a couple of months ago, and I've never had the opportunity to play it, so we'll see. We'll see how things go, but
I like this gun.
the Vision of Confluence is really good. Well, it used to be. This was recorded during the Taken King times, so all of the old stuff kind of got nerfed a little bit. Well, not... Okay, that's the wrong word. Nerf is not the right word. What happened was, everything got scaled up since they upped the level cap from 25 to 40. So, all of the old stuff is still scaled back when things were level 25. Whereas now there's... Well, as of the time of the recording, there were more powerful weapons that I could be using. So, the Vision of Confluence, while it's still really, really good, it's still not as good as if I was using something a little bit more modern, so to speak.
Right, so if only they scaled the old guns up. I can kind of understand that, though, you know, that's how kind of MMOs work. Your gear gets outdated and then you need new gear.
Right.
Go back into the grind.
Well, they did come up with a way to upgrade some weapons and armor to the current standards using, like, crafting materials and whatnot. But I didn't really bother to do that too much.
Who's got time for that?
Somewhere on this thing, there's a throne room. That's where we'll find Draxus.
So yeah, this is I think it's a pretty neat mission. I like, you know, kind of infiltrating the inside of a fallen ship.
I mean, it doesn't look too alien. Kind of just looks like a human ship would look, I guess.
I guess. I mean, it's pretty nifty. Also, I have no idea when I started this fight where that grenade went. It just kind of bounced off of someone and is like, well, I'm over here now, I guess. Just blow up uselessly.
We'll never know. That grenade, some say that grenade is still floating through space.
So yeah, some of the Vandals that rush you with the swords out, they're actually decently evasive. Go figure. They don't just rush blindly into their death.
So you mean no like Halo?
Not
Actually,
not entirely.
some
like
of the enemies kind of duck behind cover in Halo. Some of them are a little bit smart.
Yeah. And these aren't your standard, you know, grunts, elites, jackals kind of thing. This is, you know, some of them have better AI than their Halo counterparts. You know, the same kind of tier hierarchy still remains. Like, you know, the Vandals are snipers, or they'll rush you with the blades out. You know, the Dregs are your kind of grunt kind of thing. I don't really have much of a comparison for the elite, except for maybe the captains, but you know.
Yeah, I'd say Captain's very close to the elites.
So the basic kind of thing is still there, but they've definitely updated the AI routines for it, so where it's not just like, oh hey, here's your basic cannon fodder, and hey, here's your, you know, sniper who can't do anything else, and you know. So it's pretty cool.
For anyone saying, why are you talking about Halo in an MMO, is because comparison's going to be drawn. I mean, it's made by Bungie, so...
Yeah, Bungie made both.
Except the most recent Halos. I don't know who made that.
343 Industries. Microsoft's new in-house slave studio for Halo games. For lack of a better term.
No, that'll do. I mean, the video game industry is kind of like slavery.
So
Just hire a team to work on one genre of games for their entire working lives.
yeah, that sounds pretty familiar. Call of Duty.
That's where my comparison is being drawn.
But yeah, here's our final encounter for the mission. We got this big old boss who likes to really ride your ass with what is essentially a big fiery shotgun. And of course, standard rules apply. Don't get close to him, he'll stomp, and very nearly killed me. But generally it is a one-shot kill for like the lower level when you're just starting going through.
Right, I was going to say, either it's because you're too high level, or the other option is because of your class you have. I mean, it's kind of a tanky class, right?
Yeah, it's a little of column A and a little column B. The Titan is definitely the tankiest of the three classes. And my gear on this character does also play into it. But yeah, it's all scaled up. I am playing the hard mode mission, so it's scaled up to level 40 plus. So, by all definitions and by all rights, I probably should have died. But, you know, combination of factors allowed me to survive a little bit better.
Nah, he's not that tough.
No, not
He was a chump.
Drax
I
is
believe one of the other
worst
bosses
play
before
this
took you
system
a
has
long
ever
time to
seen.
beat.
Without their
Well,
help,
the strike
bosses
bosses all
usually
take a
turn against
long
each other.
while.
We may finally have broken their hold on the Academy.
That's a really nice looking seat.
Looks comfy. I wish I had it here.
Yeah, right?
Hey, look, you got a little Daft Punk helmet.
Yeah, that's an exotic helmet. I didn't really call much attention to it, but it's an exotic piece of armor. It's
Can it do like surprise faces and winky faces?
very good question. I
What
don't
I'm
really
saying
know.
what I'm saying is, can it do emojis? I need to know because the Emoji Movie is the best movie released in 2017.
Oh God, please no.
Everyone should go out and support the Emoji Movie because it is the finest piece of cinema since Citizen Kane.
Please stop. You're hurting me.